Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this July the 18th. And Frank Barton in studio from Barton Power Sports in West Memphis and Jonesboro. And where's that located in West Memphis, Frank?
Right across from Southland Park, gaming and racing that everybody around here knows as the dog track.
And we're going to hook Frank up with these good folks at Radians because he needs to get some of these cooling devices, what they're calling the Arctic Radware, into his motorcycle shop over there, an ATV shop, because he's just I can't get the literature away from him right now as he's looking at it because I'm sold on this. Of course, Radians is our good friends from right out here based in Memphis. You folks know them from eyewear, protective wear, gloves, all these different kind of things. Well, they've stepped into another element and I'm always blown away when I go out there to the plant and the facility and everything. But really glad to have with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray. He's been on there many times. Is our good friend Joe Smith of Radians. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Larry. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine other than my voice, but I've got Frank here to take over if my voice goes out. But tell us a little bit about Arctic Radware.
Well, Larry, every year thousands of people suffer from heat stress injuries, and Radians has been involved with personal protective equipment for many years. So we decided to work on something that would accelerate the evaporative cooling process for us when we're out when it's hot and it's humid. We wanted something that was safe and reusable, something that was easy. So, you take this product, and we've got many forms of it that you soak in water for 2 to 3 minutes. Could be any type of water, could be hot water for that matter, and you can wear it for up to 5 hours of cooling relief when you put it on. It's
pretty amazing. This is a little off the track for Radians, right, Joe? I mean,
it certainly is. Eyewear, hearing protection, gloves, boots, vests, all that type of stuff we've been working on for many years, and Memphis got started in '97, but this is something that we wanted to do to work on personal protective equipment that would help with heat stress type injuries. And, we've got a new line of products that help when it's cold weather, too, with heated jackets and things. So we're just trying to provide everybody with just, everything they could need to help them in any type of environment, whether it's shooting, whether it's hunting, whether it's, out on the golf course. When you're hot. So we're trying to help people so they don't have these heat stress injuries just by buying a simple product that retails anywhere from $4.99 to $12.99, Larry.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that heated jacket idea. I can't wait to try that one out. But I know you guys are so big in the industry for safety and things along this line. But this is I had it on the other day when I was out. It was a humid day, and I just dipped it in the water, and it worked. Rinsed it worked for 5 hours, which I wasn't even in the golf course for 5. I forgot I had it on when I went to the restaurant, and it was that comfortable. It's one of those things that you can use in the industry, but I think this is also going to be really good for folks who might be going to summer baseball or whatever it might be, right?
Yeah, Larry, we're trying to kind of get outside the typical thing you see Radians with at shooting ranges and dealers that provide shooting accessories and those type of things. So this is something that kind of gets us out of that area and gets us into all types of things, whether it's a motorcycle shop for guys out riding on the road,
that's Frank
golf
said.
shops,
yeah.
All those types of things. It cools your body temperature, provides moisture management. We've got this antimicrobial treatment that we put on it that helps prevent mold and odor that you have with some competitive products. And we don't just have the towel that you wore, I think, playing golf. We've got a cooling wrap, which is a little bit smaller that people like to wear, would say they're working out on the treadmill or the elliptical machine at the gym, or we've got, a headband and head wrap.
Yeah.
And those types of things are nice for the guys also, in the deer blind in the fall when it's warm. So, when they're out there bow hunting.
Well, I just wondered, Joe, who got to pick the names and who picked the colors? Was that you?
It wasn't me, but
okay.
We've got talented people that do all that kind of stuff. But
oh man,
we've got blues and lime greens and pinks and camos and
digital camo. Now, when I saw digital camo, I mean that boy, we are high tech here on Outdoors with Larry Ray. When Radians is coming up with digital camo, but it looks pretty cool. I think is that the Radians pattern?
Well, it's a pattern that we came up with, and so it allows us to keep the price right with digital camo there, and people are liking it because they can wear it. Like I said, when they're out, in the deer stand.
Yeah, or the turkey.
A lot of people just like a camo, Larry. Anyway, it's just kind of a style piece, as opposed to wearing a lime or a lime color or a blue or a paisley. Some people just like that camo.
Yeah, you got some paisley there, and I noticed a lot of us, of course, golfers. I don't like that. Some of these big brim caps have that band inside that just drives me nuts. And so if I've got this under a big floppy cap that doesn't have the band, this serves the purpose under my hat.
It works great, and we have a patent-pending technology in it, too, that's also unique to Radians, and that's a comfort stretch technology. So we've got kind of an elastic material built into the head shades and headbands, so it works with you. It improves circulation. It's not acting like a tourniquet on your head when it starts to dry.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I feel like that my head is part of my head's getting bigger than the rest of the head when the heat gets there. But again, we're talking to Joe Smith, our good friend from Radians right here in Memphis, Tennessee. And folks, I hope that you support local companies, just like we hope you go over to Barton Power Sports and places like that. But Radians is right in there in Memphis, a worldwide leader that maybe doesn't get looked up here, but I know is known throughout the world, and coming up with these new products called Arctic Radware. Now, Radware, I'm always about names. I guess you came up with that name too, right?
Well, our marketing people came up with that, and Radware kind of is an overall for us, which, we've got a Radware assortment that includes safety vests, other gear as well. And so we called this one Arctic Radware to fall within that product naming process, and it identifies it as a cooling product. We like the name Radware. It goes along kind of with Radians, as you play on words there a little bit. So it seems to work for us, and we've gotten good feedback on it.
And of course, I'm cheap, everybody says, and I like prices and everything. But this thing, how long are these things going to work? How long do you think? Till I guess I tear it up or something. It looks like you've created a product that nobody's going to have to go buy 4 or 5 every year, because this thing, so far I've used it 3 or 4 times. It looks new still.
Larry, you've got a lot of use in those things. You can use them for a long period of time. We recommend hand washing them to extend the life on them.
I'll do that, yeah.
But I've been using one for over a year.
I've
got my daughters that play soccer, especially in the summer months.
Yeah.
They like wearing the towels when they come off the field to cool down, or even the headbands during practice.
Yeah.
And even in those situations where all that sweat and all that dirt and that kind of stuff, they're holding up great. They're easily to clean. And the thing that really people like about them, as opposed to some products like this that have been out in the past, they don't get that smell and
That's right.
and mold. If you put them and store them, damp and out on the counter or even in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
I pulled one out. I had one in March that I used in a meeting with a headband. I put it back in the case and left it damp and left it wet. I soaked it, used it for a meeting, and worked with other samples. And I pulled it out at a big meeting just this week on Monday. And when I pulled it out, I thought, well, I forgot that I had this one in there, that it wasn't in the retail package still. And I pulled it out thinking, well, this is going to be the test right in the big meeting when I pulled it out.
And it worked, I bet.
And since March being wet, it had no mold, no mildew, no smell, and it was fantastic, because the competitor product that I was selling against, they have some real issues with that. So I was just I was thrilled. The buyers saw it as a major feature, and I was happy that it worked.
Well, we know that Radians' motto is work hard, stay safe.
There you go.
And I know what this is. Have you thought about this? And I'm asking Frank because he's got retrievers. What about for critters?
You're not the first one to ask me that. The cooling wrap actually has a pull-through on it, and it's small enough that actually it could be used for that. And we need to do a little more work to see maybe if we could build some comfort stretch technology into a wrap like that.
Yes.
Potentially, we've got the you've got the cooling head shades and things. A lot of people used to tie bandanas and stuff around their dogs'
Oh,
necks.
I know it. Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering whether, I haven't tested that. I've got a lab in a short here, and I haven't tested it, but it'd be a good test right now when it's 97 degrees in Kansas City. I might actually try it to see if it might help by wetting those down when they're out running the yard, and then just using it to pull over their head a little bit and just see if it helps a little bit.
Okay, well, you can name it after me.
You got that one.
The Rayrad, or whatever it might be. Folks, go to Radians.com. That's Radians.com. You can go to my website, lroutdoors.com. We've already posted the press release there and everything. A great product. Where can they get it, Joe?
My recommendation would be to go to Radians.com.
Okay.
Just click on the retail link, Cooling Products, and you can see the assortment, and you can kind of go from there, see what you like, and then just do a web search and find it at the closest retailer to you.
Okay. All I want you to do is get it in NCAA teams, and I want my Razorback red right
That's
there.
That's another one we've heard. Where we get this thing going, and some of the styles we have right now, and that'd be the next step.
It is. I'm just throwing those out. I'm thinking all the time, buddy. All right, Joe Smith, thank you. 97 in Kansas City, 95 in Memphis. I'm ready to be cool. Okay?
Thank you, Larry. Always good talking to you.
Always good. Thank you, buddy.
Thank
all
you.
right, Joe Smith from Radians, and new ideas. So
Technology company.
it is a technology company, and so I'm. What I'm going to do is I'm giving Frank some of these to take with him to see what you can work out with those folks, because you need to get those involved over there. Even if you're sitting on your Kubota, which is possible right now.
No, the head wrap thing looks pretty interesting.
Under your helmet.
That's right.
It fits under the helmet. All right, let's take a break. Man, we're rolling along. We'll come back and talk some ducks. You like to talk ducks, Frank, in July?
Yeah, I do. I talk ducks anytime.
Anytime. On Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790.
Can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry.